Hello, everyone. My name is Mia for KCR College Radio, and today I am joined by the immensely talented Stella Prince. She is currently on her Hand in My Pocket summer tour with stops around the West Coast, most recently just playing at a show at the Moroccan Lounge in Los Angeles. To start off, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Stella?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so I am a 22-year-old singer-songwriter, born and raised in Woodstock, New York, which is pretty much the folk music capital of the world. And my goal really is to bring folk music to a new generation. And I call my music Gen Z folk.
I love that. Now, I want to take it back to the beginning and ask about what inspired you to pursue music. What role did music play for you growing up? Was it kind of like kismet? Was it something you would always know, you always knew you would end up doing?
It is total kismet. It's funny. It's something that I truly just think I was born with because I've known just my entire life that this is exactly what I wanted to do. And went to my parents when I was 4 years old and asked for voice lessons and
Mhm.
started performing when I was five. So it's really just something that has been in me since I was born.
So interesting. I feel like a lot of people like either like I've heard that it's either total kismet or it's just like something that they kind of just picked up like on the fly. But
Hmm.
also, did you always
No,
know?
it's
Oh,
funny.
sorry.
No, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it's something I think that it's like it's just inside you from like the very beginning, and no one in my family's musical, so it's almost like it's like just gut instinct.
Hmm. I love that. Did you also always know that it would be folk? Or like bringing us to present day, I know you already mentioned it, but Forbes described you as the artist bringing folk music to Gen Z. As someone who hones in on a genre that may not be like as mainstream as other ones dominating the music field, what does a quote like this mean to you?
It really means everything because, growing up in Woodstock, it's like Levon Helm was my first concert, Pete Seeger was my
Mhm.
second concert. Like the artists that were there were all just these legendary folk artists. And I didn't really know what like different genres were growing up, but I knew that
Mhm.
like just that simple guitar and voice was what I loved and what I grew up with. So I think as I started writing my own songs, that's really the sound that came out was just that folky guitar and voice. And it's kind of grown a lot since, but it's definitely the most authentic to me. And I feel like now more than ever with Noah Khan selling out stadiums and all that kind of stuff, like this is the time for it. And it's amazing to see the enthusiasm for this kind of music.
Speaking of writing your own original music, in your original song, The Replay, you sing about the beautiful art of daydreaming and living in a day over and over again in your head. I read that the inspiration for this song came from a trip you took to Joshua Tree. And could you tell me more about this trip and like what in specific inspired you about it to write this song?
Yes, that trip to Joshua Tree was so magical. It was last spring of 25. And it was me and kind of my whole team, everyone I work with. So it was like
Mhm.
six of us total. And we all just rented this beautiful house in the middle of the desert. And it was off grid. So it was like nobody could reach us, nobody could find us. And they had a bed on the roof where anyone could just hang out and sleep and just like be looking up at the stars outside in the desert. And so I just like sat on the roof and watched everything and it was so beautiful and the songwriting that I did that week was like so life-changing. I mean, it's the most magical place.
No, it sounds beautiful. I've been out there once and like there's truly nothing like it. The stars are incredible. It's just so like you feel so like I don't know, disconnected and like in a beautiful way.
Yeah, I know. It was really honestly life-changing. Back I am like ready. I think I really want to go back.
Mhm. Hope you get to. Building off of that, I know songwriting is something that can look incredibly different from artist to artist. What does songwriting look like for you?
I think songwriting really looks like for me is just being real and kind of writing down what I've experienced or what is just authentic to me in terms of like day to day life. And, everything is so new and everything is so kind of not nerve wracking, but I mean, it's a little intimidating being like a young adult for the first time and just like entering this whole world and having to do all these things like, drive on the highway and cook for yourself and like just all these things that like are so like not something that I've ever done before. So for me, I think songwriting has really turned into talking about those real life experiences. And like my favorite song that I've written, the lyrics are like, thought I'd have a car by now, but I'm still too scared to drive. I'd have grown by now, but I'm still the same old size. And that is like my favorite line I've ever written because it's just so real.
No, I love that answer. And I love those lyrics because I can resonate with that too. But most recently, you came out with a beautiful reimagined cover of Hand in My Pocket by Alanis Morissette. I personally grew up with my parents playing the song and like the whole Jagged Little Pill album all the time in the car, wherever we were going. So hearing you breathe new life into it was really amazing. But do you have a special connection to this song, or what drew you? What made you gravitate towards creating a cover of it?
Yeah, I do. It was a cover that I actually picked out, and I had never sang it before, like not even to try it or practice it. And we had been
Mhm.
in the studio for like 9 hours, and it was the last hour. And I was like, what if we just try the song? Just like, I just want to try singing it and see how it feels. And it was immediately like the perfect fit. And, I think in terms of meaning, it's like she wrote that song when she was 21 and recorded it when she was 21, and the lyrics are just so relevant and relatable to, I mean, not only me, but everyone our age. And, just talking about how we just don't have it figured out. And it really just resonated with me so much. And especially being the same age that she was when she recorded it and wrote it. And it's the 30th anniversary this year of that album release. So it's just very like perfect timing wise.
I love that. First off, a huge congratulations to you because, as mentioned, you're wrapping up your West Coast summer tour. Do you have a memory from these past few shows that has stood out to you as your favorite?
Yes, I think my favorite show was in Tacoma, Washington, next to Seattle. And it was very full circle for me because the last time I toured on the West Coast was 2 years ago. I just turned 20 and I had played a show in Seattle and we sold one ticket. Literally one person was in the audience. And I remember thinking, that is never going to happen again. I'm not coming back here until I can do better. And 2 years later, literally last week, we sold 100 in like the same area. And it was just a really full circle moment. And the same person that was the one person in the audience 2 years ago was in the
Was he
audience
there?
again. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That
So
literally
I
is
was
like
like, oh my
perfect.
gosh. Yeah, it was the most full circle moment I think I've ever had.
It's beautiful, honestly. Along with tour, I know that you've been doing small business meet and greets at some of your tour stops.
Mhm.
What exactly is this? What inspired this creative way of meeting fans?
Yeah, this is probably my favorite part of this tour. It's something I've never done. So, what it is basically I pick a really small, kind of family owned business in each city that I tour in and invite, local artists and fans to just come and hang out and like talk and take photos and have coffee. And that's literally it. And it's just like to build community and support a local business. And so I've done six of them all over the West Coast, and it has been the most rewarding experience ever. I mean, I've gotten so many artists that have written to me and said, I cannot sleep. I've been so excited about this meet and greet, and just to be able to talk to you about how hard it is to be an artist right now. I mean, that's like the consensus that I heard more than anything. Every
Mhm.
single person came up to me and said that how hard it is to be an independent artist right now. Like in terms of everything, in terms of social media, in terms of financially, in terms of trying to break through and, do all these things yourself and book your own shows and try and get opportunities. I mean, it's so hard right now for independent artists. And it really hit me hard to hear that firsthand from all of these people.
Is this something you see yourself doing in the future tour as well, or kind of like a one-time thing?
Yes, I think I would like to do this moving forward anytime I tour in a new market because it was probably honestly the most rewarding experience and special experience just to get to have that opportunity of just like talking one on one with all of
Mhm.
these artists. I mean, I've never been able to do that in that way. And we tried out like different businesses. Like we did a coffee shop, we did a bookstore, we did a couple of different like clothing boutiques. We did like a vintage store and a tea
Mhm.
store, like just like all the different kinds of places. And all the shops were so grateful and just so welcoming. And yeah, it was just this amazing kind of community building experience, or even in cities I'd never been to, like just being able to have this community suddenly.
No, that sounds absolutely incredible. Seeing as you've stepped into the world of collaboration, this time with small businesses, do you see yourself venturing into collaboration with other artists on a song or like musically?
Absolutely. That is on my bucket list for sure. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. And this first album that I just finished recording a couple weeks ago, I have been lucky enough to write with two unbelievable female songwriters. One is Liz Rose, who wrote all of Taylor Swift's songs with her in Nashville. And the other one is Matresa Berg, who wrote like Strawberry Wine and all like the most classic 90s country songs ever. And so they both have been so welcoming to me and invited me, into their home to write a song with them. And that was like beyond a highlight in terms of collaboration. And then I feel like the ultimate collaboration has been Diane Warren, who is really arguably the most successful songwriter ever. And she has given me one of her songs to record for my album. And so I spent a day with her in her studio in LA, and she taught me the song and we played it together. And I mean, she's just a genius. And to be able to, I mean, collaborate in that way with her is like, really, it blew my mind.
That sounds absolutely amazing. And I know you already mentioned some like collaborations right now, but do you have, let's speak it out into like the universe. Do you have a like dream collaboration that you haven't already done?
Ooh, I think my dream collaboration outside of like Joni Mitchell, Joan Baez, I think would probably be Emmylou Harris. And she is playing a festival that I'm playing in England next month. And I have like made it my life's goal to somehow try and meet her on that trip. I've been waiting for so long and I've been like manifesting it. And I know so many people that she knows in Nashville and beyond. And so we've like been so close to crossing paths so many times. And I'm like, okay, this is it. I will somehow meet her on that trip. So I'm waiting.
The ultimate networking.
Hmm.
Lastly, I know you also mentioned it that you've been working on your debut album slated for release this fall, 2026. How magical has that journey been for you? Do you have a song that you're most excited to share with your listeners?
Yeah, it's been really quite an experience. And I feel like the line of everyone saying you have your entire life to work on your first album, but only like 6 months to work on your second one is so true because I feel like I've been like working on my new album really my whole life. And it's not just like a weird saying. I mean, it's really the truth. And I got to record in Iceland out of all places just literally last month. It was like 2.5 weeks ago I got back and spent 10 days, 12 hours a day recording. And it was
Oh,
so intense. I know. It was crazy. I've
long
never
days.
done anything like that in my life. And but it was an unbelievable experience and it's all finished. And yeah, it's gonna come out very soon. And it's really the most exciting thing I've ever, I think, done or attempted to do.
A big congratulations to you again. I will definitely be listening to that album. I can't wait to hear everything come to life. But to wrap things up, what is next for Stella Prince? What do fans have to look forward to?
Yeah, I think next is really this debut album. I think that's the going to be the biggest focus over the next couple of months, and then I'm heading to England in a few weeks. I just got back from the summer tour and go back out to the UK for this big festival, the Long Road Festival, where I'm one of the youngest artists on the lineup this year. And then I'm doing my own residency in London, which I'm very
Oh,
excited
wow.
about. 3 nights in a row in London. So that's going to be very special. And we're doing the small business meet and greets again in London. So it's going to be quite an adventure.
Good luck to you on that.
Thank you. I know it's a lot going on suddenly.
Well, Stella, this is all the time we have for today. Again, thank you so much for your time and all your very insightful answers. It has been so lovely chatting with you. This has been Mia with KCR College Radio. Thank you for everyone to watch for watching.